Hey everyone, I wanted to throw a quick video together for you all about something you might want to or could try in Pear Deck. And for a while, I've been thinking that the overlay setting in Pear Deck there's just like something we can do with that in a remote setting that would just be fun and engaging and building that social emotional learning aspect of things. So I used to do a while ago a review for bingo, some of like vocabulary, words, concepts, terms, stuff like that. And it was just something fun for a quick review, and the kids really enjoyed it. So I was thinking about how I could do something like that in a virtual world and use. And I thought maybe I'd do it through Pear Deck and use the overlay. So this is just a simple concept. Hopefully, this will spark some other ideas from you all after you see this. Maybe you could use it, maybe you can't. I don't know. But what you would do is you would create maybe a bingo sheet. In this case, I just created a grid and I threw some words in there from Reconstruction, things that we're studying right now. And what I would do sitting in here is I would just talk about definitions or talk about something. I might talk about elements of the 15th Amendment or elements of sharecropping or something like that, but not give them the word and have them obviously try to figure that out. And so I would go through maybe, four of them and see if, and I wouldn't say anything, just I'd have them not say anything. And on their end, they would be drawing. So if this is what they would see, this is what I would present, but this is the way their screen would look. So if I jump over to their screen and I could sit over here and I can, highlight some things. This is what I think you're saying. Okay, I'm highlighting vagrancy law. And so, I get through it and maybe another student has done the same thing. Well, then, after I've gone through maybe four or five terms and I want to see if how people did with what they got right, I can hit the overlay on the display. And then when I show it to them, back up, when I show it to them, it would look like this. And so I could see, obviously, okay, well, these are the three words that I chose. So this person got them all right, but this person, they didn't get it all right. You know what I mean? So you can play a game with it. It can be fun. You can actually have the students call them out if you want. You could have the students fill in that graph with their own words and really do a true bingo where you're calling off words and they're following along. And while they're doing that, you can actually watch them. Of course, if you know this, if you use it, you can watch them um, writing their own things in as they're doing it. So as they're going through it, if you're not using overlay, if you're doing the grid, you can see them doing it. Okay, so who's doing it right or who's cheating or whatever. You can follow along as you're calling it out and you can see whatever. And then when you want to show it to them, you can show the overlay or whatever. The other one that I came up with is is more that I'm working on. This is like a battleship type scenario. So you would put them in breakout rooms. They would create their own battleships, for example, on maybe three grids, and you would give them the opportunity to answer some questions. And with their answers, if they got it right, they would get a certain amount of missiles. And they then would work as a team to figure out where they would want to drop these particular missiles. You would just show them the grid. They wouldn't know where it was. And if you got four students in each group to draw a battleship on the grid, splitting the grid in half, then you could only display when they sink one of those battleships, then you can display one of those where it might be so they can see if they got it right. So you wouldn't have to just do the overlay and display them all. But I don't know. Again, just thinking of some creative ways that you can use the overlays. And again, I'm still working on it. It's like Willy Wonka's tech factory over here. So I'm just trying to think of ways. If you want to communicate with me about this, if you like what you're seeing and you have an idea, please share with me. I hope this helped you. I hope you get some ideas from this. Really, this is very early in the thinking process of this, but I thought I'd share it. Okay, thanks a lot.